student, Belgian number 17, Thomas LaChapelle. A senior from the Netherlands, number 33, Mitchell Hanku. A sophomore from Belgium, number 44, Maxime Wester. And in goal tonight, a graduate student from Austria, number 77, Paul Moser. Carson-Newman is led by head coach Steve Lyons. He's assisted by Kevin Cardona and Charles Miller. Fans at this time, we ask that you please rise and bow your head for the invocation given today by Carson-Newman beach volleyball athlete Cameron Ehlers.
Father, thank you for this opportunity to lead our first second week. I pray that you keep everyone safe and healthy throughout this game. Please give us all these teachers to play to the best of our ability. I pray that we win the game in all that we do. In Jesus' name I pray.
Thank you. Now please continue standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening from McCowan Field. Andrew Rogers, glad you have decided to join us here on the Eagle Sports Network on Flow Sports. Carson-Newman men's soccer back at home after spending the last nearly 10 days away from home. Eagles back at home for the second time this season. And we'll go against West Alabama in what will be the program's third all-time meeting. Eagles and Tigers have met the past two seasons. Carson-Newman has won both of those matchups by 2-1 and 2-0 tallies. They've been really two exciting games, one in Alabama, one in Mossy Creek. Tigers back here in Jefferson City to face the Eagles for a second time on this field. And the second time around, it's a brand new turf field as well. Eagles still looking for their first win of the year. 0 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties. They've been competitive and have been really in every game so far this season, but Stephen Lyons in his 8th season is still trying to get win number 1 with this year's squad. West Alabama's played 3 times, and Ross Nelson's team has 2 victories and 1 tie so far on the young season, coming off an 8-2-6 season. The Eagles were one of just 2 losses last year for a very quality West Alabama team that is thought highly of in the Gulf South Conference. Coaches poll picked 3rd in the league and off to a pretty good start in non-conference play, preparing for league play. Carson-Newman will kick it off. It'll be Thomas LaChapelle making his first career start with the Eagles to get us underway. Eagles left to right, Tigers right to left as Mitchell Honcup boots it forward left side, and the Eagles go to work quickly. Isaac Pascal has a goal this year, goes into the middle, and it works its way near side for Maxime Wester. Eagles with a couple of guys out there today making first starts of the season. Mentioned LaChapelle. Jonas Friedel, one of the center backs for the Eagles, makes his 12th career start, first this season. First time he'll appear in a game this year as well. He's been battling an injury that carried over from the preseason training into the regular season. He's out there for the first time this evening as well on a warm, partly cloudy mid-September day, 83 degrees. It'll only dip as we go on throughout today's broadcast. Sun was out early this afternoon, but has found its way behind some clouds as we get underway here in Jefferson City. Handball on the Eagles. And West Alabama will have a free kick 60 seconds into this one. Paul Moser's Carson-Newman's goalkeeper, third consecutive start for him with Federico Simonetti battling an injury to his shoulder. So Paul Moser is back in goal to make his third start. The Eagles have lost and tied in his first two starts where he's made 11 saves and allowed 5 goals. West Alabama gets possession for the first time. Ellis Williamson, one of the 3 defenders back defensively, passes it around with Harrison Page. And now forward to David Nunez, scored last year against the Eagles, or 2 years ago, I should say. Far corner, cross sent in, back post, too far in front of Claude. Ends up near side, another cross, back post. It's headed away by Jacob Lakener. Pascal saves it from going across the end line toward midfield. Well defended there on a pair of crosses. The second coming from the near side, and Abdul Kamara. Kamara and Wester battle for possession. Up into the air and touched down by Joe Wright. Wakeland tackled from behind by LaChapelle. Foul on the Eagles. As the freshman midfielder Ronnie Wakeland tried to work forward, Thomas LaChapelle got him from behind as he went for a pass. And a free kick halfway between midfield and the box for West Alabama. Eagles send everybody back except Antoine Torn. He stands at midfield as he watches his defense work here. In singing cross headed. It goes left side, out of play. David Nunez, the freshman or sophomore forward from Spain, was the one that got his head on the cross off the free kick. Misses it wide left. Eagles keep the Tigers off the board on the game's first shot. We're just over 3 minutes in. Third career start for Paul Moser. He sends this goal kick toward midfield, and the Tigers win possession to play it back. Defensively, it's Kamara backtracking. He'll touch his pass back for Timon Dressel. Third time consecutively in the last 3 years the Eagles and Tigers have played, and there's been different goalkeepers in every meeting now. Haven't had the same one from either side start and play the whole game. Similar this year. Good run here. Missed tackle by Coles. Still on the ball is Nayo Claude. Far side ground pass. Trying to chase after it is Wakeland. He can't get there, and it's a Carson-Newman goal kick. Nayo Claude with a good sequence there from his midfield spot to create an attack, but his pass along the far side was too heavy, and the Tigers will watch Carson-Newman send away a second goal kick here in the last few minutes. Stronger kick for Moser this time. West Alabama wins the goal kick. Has possession, Nunez. On cup. Smarek knocks a player on the deck. Advantage played. Far side sprint. Lakener steps in front. Well defended. Along the far side, it was Aiden Riley trying to sneak around the defense, but Lakener steps in, and the Eagles have it. But give it back, and a shot from distance, wide left. Ronnie Wakeland goes to work. Second shot for West Alabama, this one from distance, but a miss wide left. Tigers have been active in the midfield, pressuring Carson-Newman, as Friedel just has to boot this one forward. High boot into the air by Harrison Page. This ball is going to bounce inbounds, but then bounce a second time out of play, and the Eagles will throw it in front of their bench. So last time Carson-Newman was at home, a 1-0 loss at Young Harris 8 days ago. Played Montevallo 5 days ago in a midweek game, lost 4-2 in a game that was much closer, but Falcons scored several times in the second half, 2 in each half, but Carson-Newman was within a goal and then gave up 2 in the second half, falling 4-2. After coming within one as Mitchell Honcup hits the deck, and the Eagles will have a free kick. And it's attacking third. After the Montevallo game, the Eagles started sack play on Saturday, less than 48 hours ago, as the Indians and Eagles playing to a 1-1 tie. Eagles extended their unbeaten streak here as of late against Catawba to 7 games in a row without a loss, but only came away with a tie. Maxime Wester and Rydian Williams stand behind the ball. Wester approaches. He'll chip it into the box. LaChapelle was sprinting on, but he's unable to get a boot on it. And it goes out of play across the end line for a goal kick. Quality ball sent in by Wester, but the Eagles were unable to make anything of it. LaChapelle was not tagged by West Alabama's defense. Could have been dangerous. Pressure here defensively. West Alabama will play it off Carson-Newman. Tigers have only allowed 1 goal in 3 games. Solid defense. And solid being a very key word because they've been outshot in all 3 games this year. They've outscored their opponents, have the Tigers 4-1 in 3 games. They've played low-scoring games to start the year, and doing that without getting a lot of shots. Off to a good start with the first 2 of this game, but have been outshot in their first 3. In games against Eckerd, Palm Beach Atlantic most recently, and Florida Southern was the tie, a 1-1 tie on the road. Light pressure on Paul Moser. Now he will boot this one toward midfield. Antoine Torrent heads it on. Battle for the second ball. Comes up, hits the head of Maxime Wester. He's holding his nose. Tigers possess. Good battle in the midfield. Smarek working with Claude, who ends up winning the battle after hitting the turf. Bad ball. Dangerous pass. Too heavy for Dressel to handle on the feed from Kamara, and Carson-Newman will get a corner out of it. The pressure from Maxime Wester forced a heavy pass from Kamara, and the keeper Dressel, luckily it was to his left, so it was away from goal, couldn't handle it. So Carson-Newman will get a corner kick and will stop the clock with an injury near side. It's Paul Smarek. Away from the play almost. Quick work for Hayden Sturgill. I think it might be a cramp. And so Stephen Lyons will send Tim Hans into the game to replace Smarek. Didn't see anything real time. He may have just gone down with a cramp.
36-33.
We're going to add 9 seconds to the clock there before Carson-Newman gets ready for the game's first corner kick. Eagles trying to take advantage of an opportunity and a mistake by West Alabama. Ready for play, Maxime Wester, a right-footed corner kick. It's a low liner. Touched out to Hans. He gets around one defender. Hans deposits it back for Wester, and the ball is deflected out. And another corner kick coming for Carson-Newman. 2 in the last 30 seconds now. And we've got a Tiger slow to get up. After taking a shot there, it was O'Neal David. And now Wester will try again. Another right foot corner from Wester. This one into the middle, headed on by Friedel, and it's a goal kick. Eagles thought it was deflected off a Tiger on its way toward goal. But it ends up a West Alabama goal kick, escaping that threat initially off the mistake defensively. All flicked over the head of Nunez. Friedel will play it back for Paul Moser, who stands outside his penalty box. Head official is Kadimi Sabara. Patrick Ayama and Tarvin Pike are our other two officials in this contest, all toward midfield. Now Pascal, ground pass for La Chapelle. Can he get there before Williamson? It was a similar time when they got there. Williamson knocked him down and wins possession. Will play on. Far side boot for Nunez. The sophomore's got 3 goals, a team high for the Tigers. Turns and a great ball forward. Streaking on is Riley, but he was offside. And we'll stop the clock with 34:47. Riley booted that one well after the play was over. And we'll see if the official goes to his pocket for a card or if he's just going to talk over with Aiden Riley about his actions after the play. I think it's just a quick chat. Play was well over, and he's continued to dribble and then shoot on Paul Moser. Now we'll resume. We've already had several stoppages here in the early parts of this opening half. Initial header won by the Tigers. The Eagles touch it down and possess in their defensive half with Friedel. Coles will play it back for Moser. The Eagles content with this strategy defensively to pass it around, then try to play forward off of it. Bounced around, Ridian Williams, a header to Torrent. Wester, Williams, and now Hans into the action. Taking Smarrick's role in the midfield. Paul's got a difficult role. Captain of the midfield, captain of the team, as Riley plays it out, and the Eagles will throw it in along the far sideline. Mentioned that Carson-Newman won the first 2 meetings, and they have been physical meetings. 2 teams have combined for 61 fouls in 2 games over the last 2 years in this series. We've had 16 cards handed out. And check that, 19 cards. 3 have been red, 16 have been yellow. Good job by La Chapelle. He gets around one defender, sneaks into the box, ground cross in. Torrent couldn't control, and it's cleared away. Both teams have had good sequences here early on, but neither on the board yet. Nunez, right idea, but too much on it. Moser was ready for it. Through ball. He was hoping that Joe Wright would be able to run onto it, but it was too heavy, and Moser read it well. Moser doesn't take a touch. He'll just boot it high into the air. Wester leaps up, missed the header. It goes out of bounds off Carson-Newman. Good to see Maxime Wester. He left the Trevecca Nazarene game in the season opener with a shoulder injury. Did miss the next 2 games, but was back on the field Saturday. And back in the starting lineup here today for Stephen Lyons' team, an integral part of not only the defense of the back line, but also working forward from his winger spot. Good touch from Torrent. Williams tried to go near side, and it was intercepted by Page. Hans chips it to Wester. Maxime turns, and he was out of bounds. Nunez gets around one defender and will play it back. Williams hits the deck. Nunez taken down from behind, and he wins his team a free kick with his dribbling skills in the attacking half. Seeing the ability of the Tigers' top goal scorer. He was hit from behind by Williams. Nunez has scored in all 3 of the team's games this year, 1 in each. Certainly a big threat offensively. He's back on the ball. Ball in, across, and Moser was there near side to punch it away with 2 hands and clear it away. That was Wakelin going to work near side to send that cross in. Eagles defended it well. Ellis Williamson will throw it in. Long running throw here as he launches this ball into the box. Friedel heads it away. Hans got the second header. Eagles hold off defensively for now. Torrent knocked down. Both players hit the deck, and the ball just floats into no man's land. There was a collision between O'Neal David and Antoine Torrent. They both got there about the same time. Torrin, if he's able to stay up, has a one-on-one, but is unable to do so, and the play ends with no threat. Claude gets it back as he works across midfield. Neo, near side for Wright. Wester allows Kamara to get behind. Chipped into the box for Wright. Friedel there, and he'll keep it in play. Wester was out of bounds and he was dribbling it, though. And now Honcup in the middle. Mitchell Honcup, Carson-Newman's leading goal scorer. He's got 4 this year, 9th most nationally, 2nd most in the league. First time he's really touched it in the midfield in this opening half. Lakener loses the battle against Riley, who works the other way. Good tackle by Coles. He ends the threat for now. The Tigers still with it. In the middle, Wakeland. Ground pass, Nunez. Back to Wakeland. Wakeland pondering, dribbling. Goes far side. Riley, a shot deflected by Lakener. Out of bounds, and West Alabama will get its first corner kick. Nearing 16 minutes into this game, we've got 3 combined shots. Or 4 now after the Tigers' third attempt on Riley's blocked shot there. It'll be Ronnie Wakeland to take the corner kick. He's a freshman midfielder for Ross Nelson's club. Come from the far side off his right foot. He goes short to Nunez, into the box, back to Wakeland. Now out top, right from distance, hooking off the post. Rebound not there. Nunez's shot didn't have enough on it, and it goes out of bounds across the sideline. Joe Wright from distance put a beautiful ball on there. It hit the left post, and the Tigers had 2 chances, but I don't think they thought the ball was going to stay in. And they were unable to make anything of that second effort. A long throw into the box. Coles will head it away, and La Chapelle clears it for now. Here's a second cross in, headed out by Wester. And the Tigers back to work. They'll get a second corner kick in this sequence now. Carson-Newman has been put under a lot of pressure here early on in this game. Tigers trying to pay it off with a goal. Ronnie Wakeland works to the near side now. He'll take the corner kick again. We'll see if the Tigers go to that same set-piece tactic, play it short, or if they go in. They've got several players in the box. Here he comes in, back post. O'Neal heads it near side. It was Paul Moser right there to make his first save, and Carson-Newman keeps the Tigers off the scoreboard. Eagles have held strong early on. The defense has been fine. Despite the 4-goal game given up against Montevallo, the defense has held strong and firm for the most part, especially with multiple goalkeepers seeing time. Wester sprints onto it. Can he keep it in? It was deflected. Out of bounds. Who was it off of? It was off Carson-Newman. And West Alabama will have a goal kick. Wester holding that shoulder that he injured several games ago on that tackle attempt to keep it in play. Tigers are receiving votes in the United Soccer Coaches poll. The most recent one will come out tomorrow. But based on last week, the Tigers were in the receiving votes category and certainly will have a case, depending on tonight's result as well, to be in the top 25 come tomorrow afternoon. The Eagles have a tough week ahead. 3 games in 5 days. If you count the Catawba game, it'll be 4 games in 7 days for Stephen Lyons' crew. But it doesn't get any easier. Auburn Montgomery is ranked number 6 nationally. We'll see where they are come the next poll tomorrow, and Coker is ranked 10th. So you've got 2 top 10 teams as of now coming to Mossy Creek this week. Difficult slate ahead for Carson-Newman. 2 non-conference games and the 1 conference match Saturday here at home against Coker. Before a week off. Nearly a turnover. Friedel flicks it forward, headed back toward the Eagles defense. Nunez missed his touch, and Friedel boots it forward again. Torrent running on, battling with Williamson. It deflects around. Torrent taken down. Torrent took a shot to the face, and the official will stop play and will stop the clock. They're not going to call a foul on West Alabama. They're just going to stop play for the injured Torrent, who took a shot to the face. We'll get another look at it here. Looked like it was maybe unintentional on the freshman forward, but there was still contact there. Stephen Lyons and his staff weren't pleased that there was no call there. We'll play on. West Alabama on the attack. Torrent, an aggressive tackle and a foul call. It's Davis Williamson, or Ellis Williamson, sorry, senior defender. Near side, Abdul Kamara gets past Wester, and now Nunez, the top goal scorer for the Tigers, back to work. Tried a through ball. Friedel took it away. Nearly gave it back. It deflects, and he finds Lakener. Far side, Pascal. He'll turn back and play it to Moser. Moser under heavy pressure will ground it back to Pascal.
Inside, left shoulder, Eden.
Honcup into Lakener. Eagles possessing. Toward midfield. Torrent, a nice touch to stay with it, and now he finds Williams. Eagles have Wester open near side here. We'll see if they reverse field or not. Pascal to Honcup. This is what Carson-Newman likes to do. They want to possess the ball, lull you to sleep a little bit, pull you forward, make you pressure the passes so then things open up behind. But they can't turn it over as they do there to allow the Tigers to get back on the ball. That's how Carson-Newman wants to play the ball forward. Nunez got a flick on it. Coles battling to the end line, or the sideline rather. Sees it go out, and West Alabama will throw it in. Ellis Williamson has played in both meetings, now all 3 meetings against Carson-Newman and West Alabama. Played the last 2 years, and now in his 3rd season consecutively playing Carson-Newman. He'll do the throw in. Long throw near side, headed up into the air by Page, and Paul Moser says get away, it's out of bounds. Goal kick coming for CN. Tigers have loved throwing that long throw anytime the ball, or anytime the ball goes out of bounds along the sideline. In the attacking third, they just go to the long throw in, which serves as basically a corner or a cross, with the strength of Williamson to throw it that far.
Come on, Aiden. Step, W. Come on, all the way.
We're scoreless about halfway through this opening half. 6 shots in the game, 5 by West Alabama. Turnover, but Cole steps up and knocks it forward. La Chapelle, good header, but Page right there. They play it back forward. Nunez was trying to get onside, so he's not able to run onto it. Cole's looking. Now he goes forward. Torrent heads it on, but nobody there. And Timon Dressel will dribble it and pass it over to Page. Dressel has been quiet. Hasn't had to do a whole lot. He's only seen 1 shot come his way, but has been busy in the first 3 games. He's had to make 17 saves through West Alabama's first 3 games. He's been really good, though. Only the 1 goal allowed in his 270 minutes in the net for Ross Nelson this year. Ball went out of bounds. It'll be a West Alabama throw-in. And the official's going to bring Kamara back. He was well far ahead of where the ball was played out. Torrent, ground pass, Williams. Still haven't seen Paul Smara come back into the game. It's been Tim Hans in his place in the midfield for now. Honcup to Williams. He sends it with his left foot forward to the far side. Pascal racing, keeps it in, flicks it over a defender, streaking on. Williams, a touch, and he had it knocked away. Well defended by O'Neal David, and the Tigers go the other way. Neo, Claude, cross midfield, met by 2, pitches it off for Nunez, back to Claude. Trying to go back into the middle, and Lakener knocks this one out of bounds. Eagles have scored 5 times in 4 games. 4 have been by Mitchell Honcup. Did it twice here at home in the season opener, and did it once against Montevallo late, and then in the 73rd minute against Catawba on Saturday on a penalty kick. 2 of his 4 goals have been penalties. But he has been stellar and provided CN basically all the offense in the first 4. Williams nearing midfield, grounds a pass near side for Wester. Wester scored a couple of times last year, still looking for his first of this year. All played out. Eagles take the quick throw. Another quality test, another Gulf South opponent for Carson-Newman. Montevallo, Trevecca Nazarene in the Gulf South. Now West Alabama, and they'll wrap up non-conference play Thursday against Auburn Montgomery, another really good team out of the Gulf South, and what is already a good league as Wester caught offside. It'll be a free kick for West Alabama. Certainly never an easy non-conference schedule for Stephen Lyons. He always challenges his group with some of the best teams regionally before getting ready for conference play, and certainly playing a quality non-conference schedule will get you ready for what is a pretty darn good league. The most recent United Soccer Coaches poll, we mentioned Coker. Wingate is up to number 5 after a couple of good wins to start the year. Lincoln Memorial is ranked. Limestone started the year ranked. They dropped a game, so they have fallen out of the rankings, but several quality teams. Mars Hill, led by Peter Ploman, not ranked, but Ploman scored 7 times to lead the conference in goals. So a lot of talent top to bottom. And these non-conference games against quality teams help get you ready for a brutal South Atlantic Conference slate. Claude overran the pass. Hans came up with it, and the Eagles will now possess. Both teams have now cooled off offensively, especially West Alabama. Had a good sequence there of shots. We haven't had one since the 18th minute. Coles, through ball. Wester sprinting. Can he outrun Kamara? He does. Wester stops, gets knocked down. No call. We'll play on. A couple of times Carson-Newman has not felt like the whistle has gone their way. That one came in the penalty area. Could have been dangerous. Tigers the other way now. Cross sent in. Nunez is there. One touch, and it's wide right of goal. He was onside as well, but he misses target. And a goal kick for Carson-Newman. Good first touch by Nunez, but his shot was unable to find the target. He wanted to go bottom right, and he missed wide right on what is his second shot of this opening half. David. And now to Claude. He'll play it back for Page. Tigers under some pressure, and Wester takes it away. Through ball on. Torrent onside, running onto it, into the box, chips it into the middle. La Chapelle there, a save. Dressel steps in front. First Carson-Newman opportunity. Dressel with the save, and the Tigers go the other way. And a foul on Carson-Newman. Oh, what a great build-up, thanks to Maxime Wester's play defensively to lead to this opportunity for La Chapelle. But Dressel with an excellent save to keep this game scoreless. 16 minutes to go in the opening half. Lots of excitement despite no goals so far. Onside is Joe Wright. The midfielder crosses it in, deflected away by Coles, and Lakener pitches it out. And Pascal heads it away. Tigers still have it, though. Kamara has to backtrack for this one. Now he works forward. Abdul Kamara looking. Tries to split two. Eagles took it away. Wester into the middle for Hankup. Trying to get it around Wakeland, but it was deflected and out of the feet of David. Nunez turns. Bad pass. Coles clears. Carson-Newman has stayed strong defensively. That's got to be a positive for Stephen Lyons. In this first half, they've had just minimal opportunity, though, in their attacking third. Because of the Tigers' ability to maintain possession here in the attacking third. Here's a cross sent in. Lakener deflects it out, and Hans there. He looks and now pitches it forward. Torrent won't be able to get to that ball before it goes across the sideline. It'll be a West Dow throw. Certainly a good build-up on that last opportunity for the Eagles. Going to need more of that, though. May have to be off a counter or a takeaway to be able to strike against a quality West Alabama squad that has possessed the ball often in this opening frame and has put together some excellent chances in the first 30 plus. Pascal around one defender. David steps in front of Torrent. West Dow reverses field. It's Page. And now to Claude with Hankup trailing, goes near side. Abdul Kamara, left-footed cross, and Moser steps in front to control. Didn't catch it initially, kind of bounced it in front of him. Took some contact from Riley and will play on. Pascal with space, no pressure from any black jerseys, and now he will play it back for Lakener. Only 4 players will have played in all 3 meetings between Carson-Newman and West Alabama. 3 come from the West Al side. Killian Griffin, Ellis Williamson, and O'Neal David have played now in all 3 meetings. The only Eagle that has played in the first 2 is Daniel Veneslond. He did not start, though, in this game. Has not seen the field yet, but if he does, he'd be the only Carson-Newman player that would have played in all 3 matchups against West Alabama. Foul on the Tigers. Williams slow to get up. Eagles free kick. Ball played out. Throw in for Carson-Newman. Eagles are making 2 changes. There is Daniel Veneslon. He'll replace Isaac Pascal, and here comes Ben Dukes for Carson-Newman. So Veneslon has played in all 3 meetings now against West Alabama. Senior on the pitch with Ben Dukes, who comes off the bench for the first time this year. Same for Veneslon. 2 changes. Stephen Lyons is starting 11. Nunez loses the battle with Hankup. Hans comes away with it and grounds a pass to midfield to Friedel. Chipped on by Coles. Wester is there. Doesn't take a touch. Fires away and sails it into the parking lot. It bounces off several cars and ends up out of bounds. Third shot for Carson-Newman. Off the foot of Maxime Wester. Haven't seen the Tigers make any changes yet in this game, and now they will actually. Right on cue, it's Alfie Tucker coming into the game. The Tigers make a change with 11.5 to play in the opening half as Wright sees this one go out. It'll be a throw in. Only 7 fouls, and I say only because we've had more than 27 in the first two meetings between these two teams. It's been cool heads prevailing so far. 5 fouls on the Eagles, just 2 on West Alabama. There's been a lot of cards. In fact, a red card has been issued in both meetings so far. The Eagles played down a man in the season opener 2 years ago against West Alabama and scored twice. Ended up coming back to win that game 2-1, but took advantage because after that second goal was scored, West Al's goalkeeper, Harry Davini, was upset with how the play developed. He was shown a red card immediately for his actions on the pitch. And the Tigers had already played down a man as well. It was 10v10 for about 25 minutes of the match. And eventually turned in 10v9. The Eagles prevailed for the 2-1 victory. And then last year, West Alabama played down a man after David Nunez picked up a red card a year ago. Eagles threatening, Torrent behind the defense, knocks it over the keeper, Dressel. 1-0. The freshman from France has goal number 1. Eagles ahead. Carson-Newman strikes first. Torrent behind the defense, chipped it over Dressel, and knocks it into the back of the net on the assist from Meridian Williams. The Eagles on the board first. Third time now that Carson-Newman has scored the game's first goal this year. What will they do with a 1-0 lead? David, near side pass. West Down will try to find an equalizer here late in this first half. Far side, Joe Wright is onside. Beneslan cuts him down. Still battling, and Wright holds on. Tigers still with it. Hans stepped in front of the pass. Lakener, good job. Cuts off Killian Griffin to come up with possession and boot it toward midfield, and there's Torrent running onto it with 3 black jerseys in the area. He's the only one that gets to it. Tried to turn, and it went off his feet and out of bounds. 9.5 to go first half. Eagles have the advantage on Antoine Torrent's first career goal. Freshman forward's been active in his rookie year and finally gets goal number 1 to give Carson-Newman the lead. Defensively, it's Page. Glade. Near side, Page goes around Dukes, gets across midfield, met by Wester, who knocked it out. Eagles have defended well along all sides of the pitch so far. Well done by Wester there to limit the threat for now. And Honcup takes it away. Honcup has it deflected. Dukes tried to give it back to him, and Mitch could not. Does he? He does keep it in play. High boot to the far left side. It bounces once in the box, and Dressel won't be able to pick it up. He just has to knock it out of bounds. Excellent effort and stick-to-itiveness that time from Mitchell Honcup along this near side to keep it in play. And the Eagles have it. 8 minutes to play. Torrent back to Beneslan. Beneslan tried to play it on for Dukes. Right idea, but the Tigers were there. It was Williamson. Ross Nelson asking for the quality in passing to be a little bit better for his group. Down the stretch in this opening half, West Alabama had 5 of the game's first 6 shots, but Carson-Newman has compiled 3 of the last 4. Including the goal from Antoine Torrent off the pass from Williams. Nunez. Flag is up. This sequence won't continue, although it was a good one. Flag up from our far side official, and a goal kick, or rather free kick for Carson-Newman coming. And the referee whistles for the play to resume, and Coles looks for his options. And he'll pitch it on with Torrent sprinting on. It's deflected toward the sideline. Kamara can't keep it in. Eagles go back to the bench. Jay Wyatt and Mac Hickman will come in for the final 6.5 minutes. Antoine Torrent and Ridian Williams will exit for Carson-Newman. Remember, 4 games in 7 days, 3 games in 5 days this week for the Eagles, and trying to keep some legs fresh. See if Lions can spare some minutes down the stretch. Wester across into the box, cleared away by Williamson. And Nunez flicks it on. Lakener heads it back, though, and Hans gives it away. 2v2 here. Wright goes near side to a streaking Tucker. Tucker cut off. Good job by Jay Wyatt. Just into the game, sprints back to get in front defensively. Hans, excellent tackle on Nunez and plays it forward for Wester. Eagles don't have any numbers. Hans there now, and he'll deposit it far side near the sideline. Mac Hickman kept it in, but fell down trying to stay with it. And West Alabama will throw it in. Excellent effort. Harrison Page. Good job by Jay Wyatt. Another pass toward midfield, knocked out of bounds. Little things like that just slow a threat offensively and make you reset. Friedel heads it out. Allows your defense to get set when you're able to cut off a pass like that, as Wyatt did. Hans, Claude battling. Far side, it's a touch for Ronnie Wakeland. The freshman turns and goes far side for Griffin. And Beneslon stepped in front again. Under 5 to play in the first half. Griffin, ground pass to really nobody. If there was a target, he missed it. And Moser will boot toward midfield. Hickman a header. And Dukes chases onto it. Puts some pressure, and Tigers go near side for Page. I have to like the activity, especially in the second part of this first half from Carson-Newman, to continue to play solid defense. Wright's onside. Beneslon races back and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for West Alabama with 4 minutes to play. Have to appreciate the effort from Stephen Lyons' group. The chances were minimal early. They created some, took advantage, Torrent the goal, and now can the defense remain strong as it's been the entire opening half to get a 1-0 lead into the locker room here at home. Ronnie Wakeland will take the corner kick. Right-footed ball in. It was toward the near post, headed out by Coles. Long shot from distance, blocked off the foot of Nunez, and it goes out of bounds along the sideline. Nunez has been active. He's the team's top goal scorer. Has the most shots on the team, has 3 in this game. Had that shot from outside the box deflected. Now the Tigers control defensively. It's Griffin at midfield. Wakeland works forward, grounds a pass for Nunez. Griffin, cross sent in. Friedel lets it bounce. It's up into the air toward the top of the box, and Wester clears it away. Tigers keep it. Quick throw. David goes into the middle. Tigers really pressing forward here. Everybody playing in the Tigers attacking half. Nunez back to Claude. Back to Nunez. A touch around a defender. Right-footed shot. Saved by Moser. And he'll dive on it. Carson-Newman continues to play quality defense. Paul Moser's second save on that ground shot from David Nunez. High punt, a good one from Moser. Does not bounce. It's booted on by Coles. 2 minutes to play. Collade, touch for Nunez. Sophomore forward met by 2, able to give it up to Collade. Eagles packing it and making it difficult. Collade couldn't get around Rester. He was fouled. So we approach 100 seconds. No cards handed out yet in this one, and still none to be handed out. We'll have a free kick with 90 seconds and counting. Maybe the final opportunity of the opening half set to come for Ross Nelson's crew. Ronnie Wakeland's taking the corner, so he'll take this free kick opportunity against a wall of 3 for Carson-Newman. Dukes, Honcup, and Coles stand in his way. See if he shoots or tries to cross one far post. Midfielder strikes it left side. Moser, a diving stop left side. A third save for the graduate student. And now under 60 seconds to play in the first half. Wakeland back to work. He'll go near side with this corner kick. He raises both arms and fires it in. Headed out by Coles. Back post. Hickman headed it out. And here comes another corner kick. Number 5 for West Alabama in the opening half. So we approach 30 seconds. Nunez will do the honors now. He swings it in. Lakener missed the header. It's loose in the box. Honka blocked a shot from Williamson. And the Eagles cleared away. 20 seconds. Tigers trying to go quickly. Tucker, quick throw to Timon Dressel. 10 seconds. Tigers pitch it forward. Coles heads it up into the air. 5 seconds. Hans near side. Ball played out. And that wraps up the opening half. Antoine Torrent starts the scoring for Carson-Newman. The freshman scores in the 35th minute. Williams to Torrent off the turnover as Carson-Newman ahead at the break. Eagles, for the second time this year, lead at the half. Did it in the home opener and the season opener. Now can Stephen Lyons' crew hold on in the second half? We'll find out together. We'll talk to you in the next 15 minutes as we break for halftime here on the Eagle Sports Network. Welcome back to McCowan Field. It's halftime here in Carson-Newman's second home game. The Eagles have the first half lead, coming up with possession off a turnover. Rydian Williams to the freshman Antoine Torrent. Excellent ball over top of the keeper, Timon Dressel, and he put it in the back of the net for his first career goal. The freshman has the Eagles in front at the break, now readying for the second half against West Alabama, 1-0. It's the second time that the Eagles have led at halftime this year. Led at halftime against Trevecca Nazarene and ended up losing that lead, ended up tying that game. How does Carson-Newman fare in its second home game and its second time leading at the break? West Alabama will put the ball into play once we're ready for the second half. Jay Wyatt was on the field. Now he's sprinting off. Eagles had 12 on the field. It'll be Tim Hans out there for the Eagles, along with Daniel Veneslon, two lads that were not on the field to start the opening half. Nearly a turnover. Nunez from distance forces another save from Paul Moser. Eagles gave it away in the first 15 seconds, and Moser had to make a diving stop to his right. The lengthy, tall, 6'4" keeper shows that athleticism on Nunez, firing for the 5th time in this contest. He has been active, but sees Moser make the diving save, and West Al back to work. Here's corner kick number 6. And it'll be Ronnie Wakelin to do the honors. Do it from the far side. Tigers back to work. Right-footed ball will come into the box. It's a good one. Moser leaps up, fists it away, and Williams will touch it down out of bounds. Moser probably could have just leaped up and grabbed it, but he went for the punch instead to end yet another West Alabama threat. That ball was hooking to it. Would have gone in the net had Moser not made an effort there. Here comes the long throw from Williamson. It's a good throw that gets into the box, headed once, hit twice, and Hans clears. O'Neal, David grounds a pass near side. This is Williamson. Ball back into the box, and Coles clears. So as the first half went, Carson-Newman was outshot 10-4. Has already been outshot 1-0 to start the second half. Tigers maintaining the pressure here in half number 2. Top of the box, Nunez gets the second header. Right touches it down. Loose in the box, and Wester comes away with it. Good hustle along the far side to win possession back for the Tigers. That was Michael Bell. Didn't see any time in the opening half. Starts the second half to win it back initially there for the Tigers. Lakener, grounds pass near side for Daniel Veneslon. Honcup feels pressure, still dribbles on the ball, though with Bell chasing. To Lakener, and now Paul Moser. Moser under some pressure, chips it over Nunez. Honcup missed the header. David touches it down. Neil David gets it back. Hans battles. Claude wins it. Good interference by Friedel. And Carson-Newman will try to work forward with Hans. Tim Hans starting the second half in that middle part of the midfield once again for Carson-Newman. Paul Smark went down with an injury to his hamstring. He will not return to this game. Williams battling. He's taken down, and a foul. Foul on Carson-Newman. 7th foul on the Eagles. Just 2 from West Alabama in this contest. Good battle there. It looked like indeed, yeah, it was Neo Claude winning that possession there to earn the free kick. Bell into the middle for Wakelin. Midfielder turns and goes far side. Behind the defense is Joe Wright. Wester catches up, though, as Wright's touch was heavy. Claude plays it back. Nunez turns, splits 2, still on the ball. Can't get around a third. Gets it back, though, into the box. Met by 2, gets tripped up, Not enough contact, and the ball goes out of bounds. Certainly anytime a player goes down in the box for an attacking squad, you kind of hold your breath. But not enough there. We'll play on. Tigers back to work, and Williamson misses wide right with his shot attempt. Second shot from Williamson. Second of the half as well for West Al. And a goal kick for Carson-Newman. Eagles under Stephen Lyons have only lost one game in 8 seasons when leading at the half. Carson-Newman is 36-1-5. 5 draws, 1 loss, and 36 wins. Numbers favor Carson-Newman when they get a halftime lead. See if that holds true in this contest. Maxime Wester and Hans play it back to Friedel. Friedel goes to Moser, heavy touch. He has to get rid of it quickly and just knocks it out of bounds. 5 minutes into the second half, and West Alabama is back to work in the attacking third, down a goal. Camara thought about making the throw, and he'll drop it off and leave it for the strong Ellis Williamson, who will head over to the far side to do the throw-in. This is going to serve as another corner kick, cross type of throw. Here it is, long throw, headed by La Chapelle, and Veneslon got the second one, and Honcup lifts it high into the air. Torrent will touch it down off 1 foot. Good touch. Veneslon will turn. He goes far side for a streaking Maxime Wester. Beautiful ball. Wester lets it come to him. He chips it in to the middle. Nobody there. Returns out to Honcup. Mitchell Honcup strikes from distance. Well high and out of play, but the Eagles threatening for the first time in the second half. Good sequence. It started with Honcup's boot that Torrent was able to get a touchdown on. To create the chance forward, but Honcup sails it high on his first shot here in Game 5 of the year. Williams pressured from behind, getting bumped from behind and stays with possession. Friedel at midfield. Turnover nearly. O'Neal David hit the deck, no call, will play on. Honcup chips it in toward the box. Torrance there, the freshman touches it down. A shot deflected, saved off the line by Williamson. And the Tigers prevail for now. Williams will strike from distance, and this one saved on a diving effort left. Well, what an effort from the veteran Williamson along the back line. He went to the goal to save that shot from Antoine Torrent. It was deflected by the keeper, Dressel, and nearly the second for the freshman from France. And now the Tigers the other way. All played behind Michael Bell. It'll be a throw-in for Carson-Newman. Williams battling. Goes far side. Kamara bumped and pushed from behind by Williams and a foul.
Hey, it's a 4v2 from a throw-in. We don't fancy picking up a man. Wake up.
Ross Nelson begging for his team to wake up here early in the second half. They got off to a great start, but Carson-Newman has settled in a little bit here after the 2 quick opportunities to start half number 2. Lakener heads it. Nunez got a touch. Now wins possession back. He has been very active. Had 6 shots in 3 games. He has 5 in this one. Eagles with the takeaway. Honcup from distance. Trying to go for the long shot. Missed wide right. .36.5 minutes to play. Eagles and Tigers meeting for the 3rd time ever. Carson-Newman's won the first 2. They've met each of the last now 3 seasons. The Eagles hoping it stays in their favor as the first 2 have. Quick goal kick taken on a short pass to Timon Dressel. Nunez heads it forward. Nobody really there. Bell's late getting there, and Lakener touches it down. Wester Ground pass back, Bell chasing, and it's Paul Moser to step up and knock it out of bounds into the 8th row. 4 saves for Paul Moser, an excellent effort in what is his 3rd career start with Carson-Newman. In place of the injured Federico Simonetti, who has missed the last few games, and Paul Moser's been tasked. Good passing here from the Eagles. Can Honcup get there before David? He can't. And O'Neal David keeps it in bounds, and now the Tigers try to go the other way. One man stopped 3 that time, and David's back on the ball. Cross midfield, plays it on. Bell was offside. He won't chase after it. And Moser will watch this one come to his feet. Ball played across midfield. Venezlan wins the header. Forward to Torrent. Around Williamson, the freshman from France, trying to play it on. He got knocked down from behind. And the official waving off the contact, saying there's not enough. And the ball headed back to Paul Moser. And now the clock will stop with 34:50, and we've got an injured Eagle. It's Dan Coles. Hayden Sturgill will sprint out there to check on Carson-Newman's sophomore center back. Coles just went down there, maybe a cramp. Eagles have already lost Paul Smarek in this game to an injury. Federico Simonetti is out. Maxime Wester's missed some time. And now Dan Coles is slow to his feet, being attended to by Carson-Newman men's soccer's athletic trainer Hayden Sturgill. See what the extent of the injury is. Eagles using it as a miniature water break here. Moser has matched his season and career high in saves in this game. He's up to 4. He's had 4 in both of his starts this year and has done that here so far. As you take a look at some of the numbers from the opening half and into the second half, West Nile still with the shot advantage. Both teams, though, have similar shot outputs on goal. Coles is able to jog off the field. And as of now, there is not a substitute waiting. Yes, there is. Now it is. It's Isaac Pascal set to enter the contest. So the Eagles will shift defensively here in this 3-5-2 formation. It'll be Friedel, Lakener, and Venezlan along the back line. See how that changes things. Coles has been great. He has not come off the pitch in 4 games. That's the first time he's exited a soccer match this year. David takes it away from Hans, goes down, and a foul. Advantage was not played, and a free kick coming. Carson-Newman's been the team committing all the fouls, 9-2. Not saying West Alabama's not fouling, but it's been the Eagles doing more of it in this one. 7 foul difference so far. Here comes the free kick. It's a short one. Right, takes a touch, fires from distance. Moser the save, the rebound. Headed out. The flag was up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted on the second effort. But Paul Moser again steps up and delivers his 5th save. Joe Wright has been dangerous from outside the box, nearly had himself a goal. But Paul Moser says, not so fast. I'm standing here. Graduate student, a new season and career high, 5 saves. Keeps this game at a 1-0 tally in the 56th minute. David falls down as he passes it off to Williamson. Good ball. Joe Wright's got it back at his feet. Wright outside the box, fires. It was deflected. Back post. Bell running onto it. Can't get there in time, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, the chances are mounting for the Tigers. Wright had his shot deflected, and Bell was late getting there to the back post. Would have been an easy opportunity for the senior Bell to score. But another opportunity by the wayside for Ross Nelson's crew. The way this thing has gone, You almost feel like Carson-Newman's going to need a second goal of insurance to really feel like they've got comfort in this second half. They are having to defend a lot of good chances from West Alabama. Paul Moser has been terrific here this evening. See if the Eagles can get one in this second half to create a little separation. Torrent fell down on the ball. Tigers have it. Nunez met by 2. Knocked down. Another foul. That's 10 now on Carson-Newman. Now the intensity is going to start to pick up. And some frustration maybe even for the Tigers, who have missed some opportunities as Griffin tried to run on, but the pass was too heavy from Ronnie Wakeland. That's when things have picked up between these two teams. When they first met here in Jefferson City, there was a combined 11 cards handed out in the final 23 minutes of the game. So, and keep in mind, that's when the first goal was scored by West Alabama. So as the intensity in this game gets deeper and deeper, expect the physicality to pick up. On-cup ground pass for Maxime Wester, rolling the ball along the far sideline, plays it back for Honcup to Torrent. Freshman turns, crosses, it's deflected out by O'Neal David, and Carson-Newman has its third corner kick. Dan Cole is trying to run off his injury along the sideline. He's moving well, so maybe expect him to return if able here down the stretch. As Maxime Wester lines up Carson-Newman's third corner. A sophomore all-conference player hooks it in. David clears it away. Williams flicks it back into the box. Headed out by the Tigers. Hans high into the air. Wester battling. Loses it with Dressel. Now a long throw. Eagles have to get back on defense as Nunez sprints across midfield. Honcup does a good job. It takes it off the feet of David Nunez. Wester on the ball, backtracking and now to Honcup. Good ball on. Torrent sprinting. There's Timon Dressel. Empty goal. La Chapelle from distance. Will it get there? It did, but wide right. Boy, that was dangerous. The keeper came all the way out, and he headed it away and didn't get it far enough because that's where Thomas La Chapelle was, but his shot was wide right. That would have gone in, and it was there, but just wide right of goal. Now a sprint for the ball in this far corner. Paul Moser is going to escort this one out of bounds. Well done. Under 30 minutes to play in this contest. Carson-Newman the 1-0 lead. The freshman Antoine Torrent with his first career goal in the 35th minute on an assist from Ridian Williams. Eagles took advantage of a mishap defensively for West Alabama. That's the only goal so far. And passing in the midfield, Wakeland. Pressured by Williams. Nunez. And now into the corner. Cross deflected. Lakener will boot it out with his left foot. Throw in coming, and this is Ellis Williamson territory. He'll throw it in. And try to serve this as a corner kick. Had a lot of opportunities from these spots. A lot of throw-ins, 6 corners. At what point can the Tigers take advantage? Long throw. Lakener heads it out toward the top of the box. Bell, Nunez headed it over goal, but he was offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. But the first shot from Bell would have. Didn't get all of it on its foot, but still another excellent chance. West Alabama is unable to put in the back of the net. So a free kick that basically serves as a goal kick, and Moser pitches it toward midfield, and David crushes Williams on the header attempt. Free kick for Stephen Lyons' crew. Clear contact. That one probably didn't feel good to Ridian Williams' back. Moser at the top of the box. Mentioned Carson-Newman still winless in this young season, 0-2-2. It's the first time since 2002 that the Eagles are winless in their first 4 games of a regular season. It's only happened a handful of times. It's actually the same start as well as the 1990 season. Carson-Newman tied the first game, lost the next 2, and then tied the 4th game, same as this year. Hans and the Eagles working forward. Ground pass far side, Wester. Wester, one touch to the box behind Honcup. Pascal is there to chase after it. The junior defender turns, dancing, cross, sent in near side. Was it deflected? It was not. And a goal kick coming for the Tigers. Both teams, especially Carson-Newman's, been able to take advantage of the counter-attacks. No shot there. Was a cross attempt for Pascal. Bell falls down trying to boot it over Friedel. And Carson-Newman's back on possession. Friedel knocked down. Bell takes it away. Nice job by Jacob Lakener. Excellent dancing, but now he's taken down. And the Tigers have it back. Nunez flicks it toward the top of the box. There's Wright. Moser nearly overran it, but chases after it to haul it in. A beautiful ball from David Nunez with Joe Wright, who's been so active and had great opportunities streaking there, but he overran it, as did Moser. Pascal around Wakeland to midfield. Torrent knocked down, and Williamson commits the foul. He knew it too. As he sprints back on defense, and the Eagles will line up a free kick just across the midline. And it's a lot of touch for Pascal. Pascal will go back for Venislon. Ross Nelson wants his team to press forward here, put some pressure on Moser in this Eagles defense as they pass it around. Friedel to Williams. Williams taken down. Will play on. Claude. Williams knocked it out. Been a physical game. No bookings yet, which is rare for when these two teams play. We've mentioned the number, 21 bookings in 2 games. Nunez sees Lakener knock it out. Long throw in, and this is where Ellis Williamson comes into play. He'll line up a long throw. Long throw. Honcup won the header, and he was shoved in the act. Free kick coming for Stephen Lyons' crew. That leads 1-0 here in home game number 2 of the 2024 regular season. It's the first of a 4-game homestand for the Eagles. Carson-Newman doesn't go back on the road until the beginning of October. October 2nd at Emory and Henry. Good stretch for Carson-Newman to find some rhythm and momentum in this young season, despite the quality of competition that is set to come to McCowan Field. Torn around a defender. Hans couldn't get it around Page, and he takes it away. Tigers the other way. Here's Joe Wright near side. Wright's got a pair of shots so far from distance. Dribbles at Venislon and gave it away. Lakener intercepts, and the Eagles back with it. Pascal paces forward, looks, goes near side for Torrent, the freshman from France. Sees David knock it out. It went inside the flag, and it's a corner. Well, how about that? Some English on that ball. Allows it to roll inside the flag, across the end line, and it's a corner. Well, how that changes things now. The Eagles are going to be able to send one into the box here if they decide to. Honcup will sprint over to take it. This will be the Eagles' 4th corner. And it'll come with under 23 minutes to go. Honcup swings it in. It hits the keeper. Here's a shot. Tim Hans finds it. and knocks it past Dressel. 2-0 Eagles. Play the goal horn for Tim Hans. 2-0 Carson-Newman. A good ball from Hankup. Nobody touched on the way through except a defender. Hans in the right spot. Got its way through the West Owl defense. And CN is rolling in the second half. It's 2-0. First career goal, Timmy Hans. Couple of firsts for Carson-Newman now in this game. Hans' first career goal, Torrent first career goal. Nunez and the Tigers back to work. And now the Tigers have to pick up the intensity to try to find a way to get a goal or two in this second half. That's the much needed insurance goal. And how about the way that ball ends up out of play to set up that corner kick? It looked like it was going to go out for a throw. It ends up being a corner, and Carson-Newman takes advantage. 2-0. Claude, or rather Camara, plays it back for Williamson. And Friedel heads it back to Claude. Chances have been there for West Alabama, but at what point they're just going to run out of stamina and juice forward? When does that frustration set in for a team that has delivered 14 shots and has arguably had well more opportunities with really good chances to score despite the shots on goal being equal? Wester taken down, and he's fouled by Claude. Friedel will take the free kick for Carson-Newman. We've reached and we're past the halfway point of the second half. David touches it down, heads it toward midfield. Flicked up into the air by Claude. Lakener ran into him and a foul. Took a cleat to the back, I think, did Neo Claude, and will stop the clock with 21:07 to play in the half as Claude tries to work his way back to his feet. Yeah, Lakener got him in the lower back. It didn't get him with his cleat, but just enough contact there to cause some initial pain. Clock resumes in a 2-0 game. Carson-Newman has had great success when scoring twice or more under Stephen Lyons, as have Simon Duffy's teams as well. But Carson-Newman's 52-8 under Lyons when scoring multiple goals in a game. Eagles have done that for a third time in 5 games now this year. Have tied and lost games this year. Make it 53-8 rather. 3 losses, counting the one this year now against Montevallo less than a week ago. Wakeland plays it near side. Pascal right there to chest it down, and he gets hit hard along the sideline, and a foul on West Alabama. As we dip under 20 minutes to go in this second half. Third all-time meeting between the Tigers and the Eagles continuing momentum they have built from the first 2 matchups in this series the last 2 years. Ben Islan plays one on. Torrent, a round 1 defender, keeps it alive, touches it down. A round 1 defender, ground pass to Hans. Hans, top of the box. Hankup, 1 touch, a second. He goes far side for Wester. Eagles stay patient. Wester dances, keeps possession. Eagles threatening here, looking for a third. Williams turned it over. Joe Wright, the closest man there, he tracks it down. And now the Tigers try to go the other way, and Torrent booted it away for now. Good activity there from Carson-Newman's striker to limit any type of counter attack from Ross Nelson's club. Ball behind the defense. La Chapelle, top of the box. Chips it far side. Hankup just outside the box. Mitchell Hankup Surveying his options, now grounds a pass in. Hans, La Chapelle, shot blocked. Out to Williams and Watkins there to deposit across midfield. Wright in a 1v1. Well defended by Pascal, and he's fouled by Joe Wright, and we'll stop the clock and have our first booking. It's Joe Wright. Maybe a frustration foul because of how Carson-Newman defended that sequence. There's our first booking of the game. 22nd booking all time between these two teams in 3 meetings. Free kick taken and sent forward. Torrent sprinting after it in the corner. This ball will go out of bounds along the sideline. Throw in for Page. Subs. West now try to go quick, but we've got a trio of subs waiting. This is Alfie Tucker back in for West Alabama, and Jay Wyatt and Ben Dukes back in for Carson-Newman. It'll be Neo Claude to exit for West Al. Eagles bring off Rydian Williams along with Isaac Pascal. 17:42 and counting to go. Eagles up 2, trying to hold on for win number 1 this year, and they'll have another corner kick coming here, number 5. Wester will take his time and get ready to line up this corner kick. From the near side. Wester raises his left arm, sends it into the box. 2 men were there. It's headed over top of goal and out of play. It was Lakener or Friedel. One of the two got it off the head. Get another look at it and see who really was able to get a head on it. It looked like Friedel, and it was. Eagles take it away. Dukes pump fakes a shot. Tackles Kamara, will play on. Advantage played as Bell touches it forward. Matthew Bell. Ground pass in the middle, and Moser's there to track it down. That's Michael Bell, pardon me, for West Alabama from Jackson, Mississippi. Will stop the clock with 16:28 to go. What are we stopping it for? All player down. It's Abdul Kamara back behind the play. On that initial tackle, advantage was played on Dukes' tackle, and Kamara is the one shaken up, still down with 16.5 to go in this second half. Well, if you're just joining us on Flow Sports, glad you're with us. Andrew Rogers and our entire crew. Glad you've decided to join us on this Monday evening. This is just one of 4 Division II men's soccer games that are being played tonight. And it's Carson-Newman leading 2-0 behind first career goals from Antoine Torrent and Tim Hans. Torrent in the 35th minute and Tim Hans in the 68th minute for Carson-Newman. West Alabama's led the shots category the entire match. The shots on goal have always really been equal. Paul Moser's made 5 saves for Carson-Newman, and it's been a physical match. (16:28). Kamara will be helped to the side. Killian Griffin, who started the game, senior from Waterford, Ireland, will check in for Abdul Kamara, who has played all 73 minutes so far. Check that, it was Aiden Riley, a midfielder, that was in the game. It was Griffin, who was already on the pitch, he was getting water. That's who I thought maybe entered the game. It is Aiden Riley, a freshman midfielder that has checked into the game. He started this contest and gets his first action in half number 2. That's Griffin going down. Advantage played. West Al still on the ball. Nunez playing it on. Flag is up. Offside. And David Nunez frustrated with the far side official who had his flag up for offsides. That's the 5th time that the Tigers have been caught offside in this contest. Eagles defense has made sure to stay high. Not allow these players to get behind the defense, making a run before the pass is delivered. On Cup across midfield, dribbling, goes into the middle for Maxime Wester, who's moved into a midfield role with Williams on the sideline. Hans near side. Back to Pascal. This is in Carson-Newman's favor anytime they have possession, working forward with a 2-0 lead. Wyatt a touch in the box, dribbling, met by 2. Can he dance out of there? One defender leaves. It's a 1v1. He hits it off the defender, but gets it back. Jay Wyatt into the box, fires right at Dressel, who makes his 4th save. That's Carson-Newman's 12th shot. The Eagles are starting to rack them up here in this second half. Far side touch at the feet of Alfie Tucker. We'll play it back for O'Neal David. As we approach 14 minutes to play in a 2-0 game. Man on, Honcup knocked him down. Foul. Ronnie Wakelin had it taken away, but there was contact after Honcup had taken the possession of the ball. That's what drew the whistle for the 12th time the Eagles commit a foul. Carson-Newman looking for its first shutout of the 2024 season. Would be their first in their last 10 games. You have to go back to the beginning of October last year in a scoreless draw with Lenore Ryan to find Carson-Newman's last clean sheet. Whistles blow. And what are we doing here? Clock will stop with 13:28 to go. I'm having trouble getting a ball, I think, was the issue. And they're going to back up Isaac Pascal as well to where he throws this in. Long throw, and it bounces behind Williamson. Duke sprinting on, and a foul. Duke's dragged down Ellis Williamson. Commits the foul. And we'll stop the clock. Duke's got in the way of the free kick, and that'll be a yellow card to Carson-Newman's junior forward. The Eagles trying to just make sure that West Alabama doesn't go quick on any free kicks. They can get the defense set, so not a bad card to take for Dukes. Wyatt steps in front there and now finds Dukes and Wester. Eagles have numbers. Wester, ground pass to a streaking Ben Dukes. Dukes into the box, saved by Dressel. Rebound header, no. Torrance shot blocked and cleared away. Boy, oh boy. Eagles threatening for a third. Dukes initially, Wester had a chance. Torrent had a shot blocked. And Carson-Newman keeps possession. What a sequence for Timon Dressel. Here's one save, Wester's header, and then a blocked shot on Torrent's attempt. And the Eagles have more shots than the Tigers now. Cleared away. Was it deflected off Carson-Newman? It was not. Throw in for the Eagles with 12-12 and counting to go. Well, the defense has been great, but now it's the midfield work and the offense picking up late that has limited West Alabama's chances to score, as Wyatt took this throw in too far up the pitch, and so the official grants West Alabama a throw. And the Tigers put it back into play with 11:45 to go. Killian Griffin pass into the middle for Tucker to Michael Bell. Bell, ground pass. Wakelin let it go through his legs. And Wyatt pitches it forward. Here's Ben Dukes. Dukes with the ball at his feet against O'Neal David. Dukes from distance, left foot, high left. Ben Dukes with a couple of great opportunities streaking along that far side. Good move to his left, but his shot goes high over top goal. Carson-Newman racking them up now. That's 16 shots for CN in this game. 12 have been in the second half. Eagles have outshot West Alabama 12-4 in half number 2. And keep in mind, West Alabama took the first 2 shots of the half, so the Eagles have 12 of the last 14 shots taken in this game. West Al had 2 really early in the half. And have had limited opportunity since. Wakeland in the middle for Nunez, who's scored 3 times this year. Goes to Riley near side against Wester. Plays it back for Page, who's cut off by Torrent. The defender Page, ground pass into the middle, Wakeland a touch, splits 2. Dancing, goes far side or near side for Riley, and he's offside. The Eagles were playing great defense. West Alabama was keeping possession, and Aiden Riley was caught behind the defense to ruin the sequence for the Tigers. And now, here comes a free kick for Carson-Newman. Benislan kicks it as hard as he can forward. Tucker to Nunez. He had 5 shots, David Nunez did in the first half, has none after halftime. Wester pass behind Honcup. He catches up to it with 9.5 to go. Pascal to Honcup. Eagles trying to start this 4-game homestand the right way with win number 1. 2 more games to come this week. Ellis Williamson with the header to Griffin. Wyatt steps in front, gets it back on a return ball from Hans. Jay Wyatt in the far corner, holding on to it. He's crushed and fouled. A frustration foul probably from Killian Griffin. Will stop the clock with 9 minutes to play, and the Eagles basically lining up a corner kick. It'll be a yellow card to Killian Griffin for West Alabama, so both teams have seen now a yellow card come their way. Ben Dukes is standing over there along the sideline as he gets ready for what will serve as a corner kick, but it's a free kick. A junior striker attacks the ball. Left foot in. Back post, Williamson there to head it away. Wester slides to touch it, and a foul. And we'll stop the clock again. 8:45 now. And the official wants to talk with a Carson-Newman defender. Are we going to get another booking? Another yellow card. We'll see who that goes to. He just points it in the direction of the Carson-Newman defense. It's whoever kicked the ball up into the air after the play was over. I believe it's either Jacob Lakener maybe or Jonas Friedel. Shown the yellow. Attack forward. Michael Bell sees it go out of bounds. And we'll stop the clock with 8:24 as Carson-Newman will sub. This is a new rule change Thomas LaChapelle wants. Or anytime the team that is leading with less than 10 minutes to go in the second half, they have to stop the clock. Used as for several years really, and it is sometimes still at the professional levels, used as a tactic to run clock, and they have changed that rule for the NCAA in Division II, across all divisions for soccer, both men and women, to where when the leading team substitutes, the clock automatically stops for substitutions, regardless if the losing team also subs. It's only if the team that is winning makes at least one sub. 8 minutes to go. LaChapelle into the game for Antoine Torrent. The Eagles replace strikers down the stretch. As Jay Wright sends one near side. It's Pascal heading it toward the sack logo. Wakeland pressured by Wester. Good job defensively there from Wester. It probably could have been aggressive to go for possession, but did not want to foul, and forces the ball to be reversed to right and now to David. Near side, it's Riley. Veneslon cut it off and knocks it off Riley. Is it a goal kick? It's a throw. So a deep throw in this near side corner for Carson-Newman with 7 to go. Trying to close in on win number 1 and clean sheet number 1 in year 2024. 8th season for Stevie Lyons and his staff. Bell trying to return ball. The Eagles defended it well. Here's La Chapelle up the near side. Into the middle, it's Wester. And the ball placed into plenty of space for Jay Wyatt. 6.5 to go. Wyatt looks forward, not in a rush. Plays it in the corner for Honcup. Honcup will ease it up, realizing there's no need to cross it in. Let's try to burn some clock, he says, and he'll dribble it along the sideline. Met by 2, going the wrong direction, gets knocked down and loses it out. Quick throw. Tigers going the other way. Friedel defends that sequence well to the feet of Veneslon, who resets and finds Pascal. Pascal, can he save it? Yeah, good work against Riley. Wester. Wyatt will send it in. Cross. Knocked off the line by Ellis Williamson. And a throw in for Carson-Newman. Time running out on the Tigers, who are in danger of losing a 3rd straight to Carson-Newman in their 1st this year. Throw into Honcup. Wyatt chips to Dukes. Dukes from distance. Wide left. Ben Dukes has a powerful left foot. That's his strong foot. He's displayed that here in the second half. He's only been on the pitch for 22 minutes, but he's made the most of them. That's his 3rd shot in limited time on the field. Foul on Carson-Newman. Quick free kick for Harrison Page and the Tigers. Right, ground pass into the middle for Wakeland. He was fouled from behind by Thomas La Chapelle. Free kick for West Al. Yeah, these fouls aren't bad fouls for Carson-Newman. It's slowing the West Alabama momentum forward. So sometimes you're almost wanting to be a little bit more aggressive, not too flagrant with your fouls, but a foul enough to where it doesn't allow an advantage to continue for the Tigers. Into the middle. Now played near side. Here's a cross front of the box. Nunez hit the crossbar and it's cleared. Another missed opportunity for the Tigers. David Nunez's first attempt of the half hits off the top crossbar. Should have been a goal. Wakeland tackled by Lakener. 4 minutes to go. O'Neal David taken down. Advantage played for Carson-Newman. Wester playing it on for Dukes and won't be able to get after it. Timo and Dressel out to play it back forward for his defense. Dressel under pressure in his 6-yard box. Finds O'Neal David. A touch forward. It's Harrison Page around Pascal. Near side, Michael Bell. Bell goes middle. Ball sent in. Here's a chance. Saved by Moser. Number 6. On the attempt from Silas Shalinski, and a foul by the Tigers with 3:14 to go and a yellow card to Ronnie Wakeland. Paul Moser, have yourself an evening. Save number 6 for the grad student. Adding on to his career high, trying to close the door on Carson-Newman's first win of the year, first clean sheet. Another remarkable effort. All played off of Kamara in the far side. So Carson-Newman with under 3 to go. Trying to salt away win number 1. Wyatt will throw it into Dukes. Wyatt wins the ball back. Races into the box. Off to Wester from distance. Dressel, the diving effort to make his 6th save. Both keepers with 6 saves. Seen some excellent goalkeeping really from both sides, despite Carson-Newman having 2 goals. Keeps it at 2-0 for now. Tigers with a smidge of hope on another save. Here's the ball to Nunez, cleared by Friedel, and Carson-Newman back the other way. Dukes under no pressure. Off to Honcup. He's around 1. Chips it in behind the defense. Wester lets it bounce a couple of times, sets his feet, shoots, and Dressel with another save. I think he got it with his left foot. A 7th save to keep it 2-0. Love to see another look at it when we get to another stoppage. A hard tackle and a foul on Carson-Newman. Neil David and Thomas LaChapelle got tangled up. Yeah, what a save from Timon Dressel that time. Robbing Wester of what would have been his first goal of the year. 90 seconds and counting. Carson-Newman up 2-0. LaChapelle and David battle for possession. Honcup touches it down. 70 seconds. Hans to Dukes. Tigers out of gas. Hans, Wester, back to Hans. Can he split 2? He's around 2. Here's his shot. Over top of the crossbar. The sophomore wanted a second. Went high, though. And Carson-Newman now just with 50 seconds to go. What an effort from Tim Hans. Off the bench. Nearly his 2nd goal of the evening. Excellent effort by Hans. Tackles the ball out of bounds. 40 seconds. Bell racing forward. Pascal trips him up. Will stop the clock. With 36 seconds, Isaac Pascal will be shown a yellow. But again, not a bad foul. There's 36 seconds left. You don't want to keep the momentum going. Force West Alabama here to execute this set piece to get a goal. Bell is down, holding his left leg. Now West Alabama will have its athletic trainer come out and check on Michael Bell. Another look at the stat sheet. How about the 20 shots for Carson-Newman in half number 2? At halftime, Carson-Newman had 4 shots. Did have a 1-0 lead, but 16 shots after halftime for the Eagles. Gotten a goal in this second half to extend the margin, but you have to be impressed with, 1, the saves number for Moser. 6 for 6 on shots on goal. He saved them all. But also the Eagles' ability to get a ton of shots in the second half and limit in return West Alabama's ability to get clean offensive looks, as Bell putting no weight on that left leg as Hayden Sturgill will come help assist him off the pitch. West Alabama will bring on Kai Perkins in his place, with Michael Bell helped off the field. Joe Wright will line up this free kick. 36 seconds to go. He sends it in, right post. Moser let it go out of bounds, and we're under 30 seconds to go. Good Job by Paul Moser to realize that ball was going to go wide right. Don't even touch it. No need to touch it. It's a goal kick for his team. And his goal kick will probably be the final play of this one. 5 seconds, Dukes forward, and Carson-Newman on the board. Win number 1 against a West Alabama club receiving votes in the United Soccer Coaches poll. Carson-Newman remains unbeaten against West Alabama, a 2-0 final. First career goals from Antoine Torrent and Tim Hans propel the Eagles to their first win of 2024, and in their first win, they get their first clean sheet. What an effort from Paul Moser in goal. A career-high 6 saves, and he limits the Tigers to no goals. Eagles victorious for the first time this year. Quality effort, probably the best game Carson-Newman's played in this young season. They put it together both offensively and defensively to improve to 1-2-2. That's the first loss of the year for West Alabama out of the Gulf South Conference. They fall to 2-1-1. What a way to start Carson-Newman's homestand. Eagles win 2-0, and they're back on the field Thursday. Another quality Gulf South Conference opponent coming to Mossy Creek. Thursday at 1, it's Auburn Montgomery, who's ranked in the top 10 and will be probably when they head to Jefferson City on Thursday. Eagles outshoot the Tigers, get more shots on goal, and 6 saves from Paul Moser, and first career goals from Tim Hans and Antoine Torrent highlight Carson-Newman's effort here at home. Andrew Rogers, thanks you for joining us here on the Eagle Sports Network and Flow Sports. What a game it was. Carson-Newman on the board, win number 1 for CN in 2024. For our entire crew, Ian Johnson and Jay West, our replay and director throughout the contest, our camera operators, Elena Corbett, Itzi Ayala, and Molly Bukowitz. I'm Andrew Rogers. We'll talk to you Thursday. Carson-Newman on the board, win number 1. Eagles 2, Tigers nothing. Thanks for watching here on the Eagle Sports Network.